Hello everyone, welcome to another peterb-imt Idle Miner Tycoon roundup of the last couple of weeks. Instead of showing you my chrono ticket this week, I'm going to show you what I've been doing in Ruby Mine. So one reason for this is I made a big mess of my chrono ticket this week and I don't really want to show people. So another reason is I've been experimenting with Meridia. Previously I've enjoyed getting a high level of continent cache, seeing as I finished the mines a long time ago. I've previously been stockpiling with Orekk, Ut'ux, into I think Abio I did previously, then moved that with Eternity down to MS1, often doing repeated stockpiles in the bottom shaft, and then moving to MS1 for another Ut'ux multiplication followed by Abio, then move all that with Either to the top of the elevator, and then repeated runs of Belle. So now I've got a few more managers, can do things slightly differently. I'm using Celestia to base the Orekk chains, as you've seen. I get a higher production rate using the warehouse stats, boosted by Celestia, SAM, Dye and Spore, compared to the MS production rates boosted by Glimmer, Ember and Omnix. So then, and you see I've got a variety of managers activated as well, not only for the income factor equipment, things like glasses and Santa hats, but also to boost the epic watering can, which needs 10 active managers. Apologies for Rabid being one of those. As you can see, I'm now making the handoff from Orekk to Ut'ux and then to Rose after this. Rose is a new acquisition since I last did any major continent stockpiling work for a high level of cache. Worth pointing out, as I hope you saw before, that my base production rate is much lower than the cache that I've got. I think it's BW production rate, but through the power of multiplication, managing to get currently CE cache, and you'll see what happens at the end of this video. I'm sure you can guess. So it's worth pointing out that that's I think 8 letter grades cache ahead of the production rate, which is a pretty phenomenal improvement. Now, in my previous stockpiling runs, I was using Either to send to the top of the elevator, but the advantage of using Meridia instead is that she copies the resources rather than moving them. So I can just run Meridia repeatedly, which will continue to increase what's at the top of the elevator. And the more runs I do with Orekk, moving to MS1 with Eternity, the bigger the MS1 stockpile grows, so the bigger amount Meridia has to work with. So while Meridia is doing her work, we'll just have a think about Tesseract mine coming up on Monday. It's been confirmed that there'll be some changes to the barriers. I think the first couple of mines are going to be faster, and the final mine is going to be slower with more barriers. Obviously the rewards are bigger the further you get through Tesseract mines, so if you can put in the time to complete it, it's definitely worth it. Some nice pouches and tokens and so on. And another thing that I wanted to mention was around combinations for super managers. If you're not aware of how super managers can combo together, really worth checking out a few resources that are out there. If you join the Discord, there's a document by Stealthblue which details the various attributes of different managers and how they interact. Really detailed, really helpful. And there's also a document on there in the wiki from Soos, which will elaborate on that, not just the interactions, but there's a really big list of managers that will combo together. There's some extra tools on there, so worth being aware of, worth digging through. You can see now Meridia's coming to the end of her run, so what I do now is pop Everett in after she's reached the bottom. There's a little vibration on the screen which signals it's okay to make that swap, and then that final load gets multiplied by Everett's multiplier, which is definitely worth doing for that little bit extra. Then swapping over to Ax and Drethos will be followed by Belle. So the really nice thing about all this is that the original stockpiles aren't affected. You've got that MS1 stockpile that stays the same, well, it just increases the more you add to it. And the same with the stockpile at the top of the elevator, that's not touched by Belle or Drethos, so again that'll keep growing. So however much money you're making, as you carry on with the stockpiling method, the rate of income will just increase and increase, which is a really nice approach when you've maxed out a mine like this, so you can't increase the actual production rates anymore. Of course, when you've got any mine that you can make significant progress in, this isn't the best approach to do. You'd be looking to do something a little bit more dynamic. If you've got a chance in Hirumi, then you most likely get a higher income from using them with either, and there's often more dynamic ways of making progress. But when you hit a wall, when you hit a mine that you're really struggling with, or when you're in this kind of situation, I think this is probably the optimal strategy. It's one that I used in Everdeep to finish off mine 120. It was really difficult to make progress, but by doing this repeatedly, did manage to finish it with using a few boosts at the end. Now you'll see I'm on my final income run with Ax and Belle and Drethos. I've just cut the video to skip forward 10 minutes for cooldowns. Of course I stuck this video together from a few different clips just to show you all as one. And of course you gotta catch Edgar when he's around. Often I miss him, to be honest, these days. He doesn't really add anything, bless him, but he tries his best, doesn't he? So nice to catch him when you can. So as I'm reaching the end now, just finishing off Belle, and then I'm going to switch into Drethos, who is going to get my final round of income needed to reach CF cash. Didn't think I'd ever get this far, but here we go. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll put out another video in a couple of weeks with the chrono ticket. Hopefully I'll do a little bit better next time. But for now, good luck with chrono, everybody, and good luck with Tesseract. And just as I'm switching over to CF cash, happy mining!